Welcome to the news scroll hole. Today we're going to get into Chris Watts' alleged gay lover, Trent Bolt.
I'm just thinking about an oil tank just makes me want to throw up.
His story started in a Facebook sleuth group, as well as Tinder. Amanda, aka Amanda McMahon's story started as well.
We'll get through this together because we love you so much.
I love you too.
I don't care what you did. I love you so much.
I don't care what you did. I don't care what you did. I don't care what you did.
Like this one time I had to pick up a spill and I had defrost on and I had like a headache for like 2 weeks because it's like the crude oil that comes in.
And then to the police, and how the conversations between alleged Trent Bolt and Chris Watts seem to be between NK and Chris Watts in this theory. Then we have Tinder Amanda McMahon, who is also connected to NK.
So once the girls were gone, was it also just a minute-by-minute thing as far as the oil tanks?
Yeah.
It was minute by minute at that point.
Yeah, I had no idea what was going on. I didn't know what to do. I mean, just thinking about an oil tank just makes me want to throw up.
We'll get through this together because we love you so much.
I love you too.
I don't care what you did. I love you so much.
I don't care what you did. I don't care what you did. I don't care what you did.
And you haven't had any discussions with his attorneys about this?
No. I asked them, do you know what happened? They said no. We don't. Only person that knows what happened is Chris.
According to the Daily Mail, the other man, in quotes, and Watts met after cheating via dating app Meet Me, just a short time before Shan'nan, Celeste, and Bella were murdered. Let's read this again, but put it in the context of my theory that NK is using Trent Bolt's phone. According to the Schmelly Mail, Trent Bolt claims, or is it NK, met after chatting via dating app Meet Me, just a short time before Shan'nan, Celeste, and Bella were murdered. He reached out to me and messaged me, Trent Bolt, as NK alleged. It was small talk. He told me his age. He had 2 daughters. He told me he was looking for a relationship in the long run. The bombshell allegations even state the mistress, posing as Trent Bolt, spent time with Watts' family, with the anonymous person speaking to Banfield, telling her Watts lied about his relationship status and reassured the mistress, posing as Trent Bolt, that he and Shan'nan didn't have sex anymore. Quote, Bella made a comment. She asked if she could sleep with him and Mommy, she said. That's how I found out he was married. I asked why he lied to me. He told me he wouldn't have had a chance with me if he told me he was married. He told me what I wanted to hear.
He knew I had good morals.
See how everything is flipsy-flopsy, as above, so below? It's good
Morals, right?
So we're going to look at this through the lens of foreshadowing. That Trent Bolt is Nichol Kessinger's friend. Those texts are from Nichol Kessinger to CW. In my opinion, they really are from Nichol Kessinger, but only through Amanda McMahon and Trent Bolt. So we're going to flip-flop the news report and insert Nikki's name where Trent's name was, and see if the story makes more sense that way. So you guys know this is a theory, and we're flipping Trent Bolt's name for Nichol Kessinger, so we understand what we're doing here. At this point, it's very early. It just hit the media. Trent Bolt is the man in question. My question is, why do Trent Bolt's alleged texts sound just like NK, who's connected to through the oil industry? See those lips?
They're so full from all that shit he be talking.
Bolt, whose Twitter feed is protected, describes himself as nurse, makeup artist, beauty guru, boy who loves makeup. I like dancing, Jenga, cheddarwurst, and inspirational speaking. My passion, everything. He also appears to be an ex-stripper based on his bio hashtag. My gaydar does not go off at all with Chris Watts. I don't care what anyone says. But even if he were to dally in things, it's none of our business. Since Shan'nan worked in a children's hospital, it's possible she met Bolt through her work. He's like Pinocchio, but with his lips. Let's read over the text messages and compare and contrast between Nichol Kessinger, Nicole Lee, and Trent Bolt with an E, or Trent Bolt T, the aspiring MUA, which means makeup artist. Let's get it. This is going back to 2017, I believe, and this is allegedly Trent Bolte, aka NK, texting CW. If you're not interested, you can just let me know. It's possible that I may be interpreting wrong, but we talked about ghosting and we both shared our feelings on it. So just let me know if you're not interested. Just been really busy or whatever it may be. I'd appreciate it. And I quote Nichol Lee Kessinger. Wasn't she the one that claimed Chris Watts was so open and communicative?
You have a work phone that's specifically...
No, I have one phone that I do both on. He has two phones.
Okay, so he had your phone, the 720-656.
That's the only number that I roll with all the time.
Okay.
So he has two phones.
All right. One of those owned by Anadarko
Yes,
and one
sir.
Personal.
Yes, sir.
Do you know what his Anadarko phone number was?
Woman claims a one-night stand with Chris Watts was a fantasy for the convicted killer. Amanda McMahon said she met Chris Watts in the parking lot of a Chick-fil-A after meeting on Tinder. And the terrifying affair with cold-blooded killer Chris Watts that killed his wife Shan'nan, his pregnant wife, and two young daughters. Amanda agreed to meet Chris Watts in person. They parked somewhere over here. Then Chris bought Amanda a Starbucks coffee. That night, Amanda says, they had their first sexual encounter. Amanda says they watched a movie together. It was called Shutter Island. Leonardo DiCaprio plays a husband who kills his wife because she killed their children. Did the movie inspire Watts to falsely claim that he killed his wife Shan'nan? In a rage because she strangled the little girls? She hurt my kids. I had to do the same thing to her. June 27, 2017, Chris Watts. Sorry, it has been busy, and I do kind of have a few obligations right now, but we can hang out sometime after I get back after the 4th.
The 4th.
Didn't Chris Watts introduce Nichol Kessinger to Shan'nan Watts on 4th of July 2017? June 28, 2017, Trent Bolt, aka Nikki Kessinger, replies, that works. I'll be in Denver until the 2nd or 3rd. I thought you might be busy with your kids and family stuff, so I tried not to be too dickish with my text. I hope it didn't come across that way. Hopefully we can do dinner or a movie or, and it cuts off. Trent Bolt was debunked by even law enforcement. Or they called him an escort. A media twister. Who's going to a dinner or movie? The web. Woo! Actors in full effect. Trent Bolte, Amanda McMahon, Sherilyn Cadle all started out on the Facebook sleuth group? And not only that, it appears to be NK getting off the plane in North Carolina right next to Chris Watts on Shan'nan's Live, as well as on the beach in South Carolina. And also, she's connected to Trent Bolt and Tinder Amanda, both Tinder alleged hookups of Chris's. A source close to investigation tells people that Chris has had relations with both men and women outside the marriage. Amanda McMahon: I can personally attest to Chris cheating. I was asked not to share any proof I have by WCSO and the DAs. I didn't know he was married. I swear I didn't know anything about him having a family. We met on Tinder. Except for Amanda McMahon, that you worked with not only Nicole Atkinson, but Shan'nan's mom worked with her, and now y'all trying to blame her. This is getting so freaking creepy, y'all. Oh, Amanda McMahon, is your zaddy? Is your zaddy connected too? Side eye. Here we go with Tinder Amanda again, whose zaddy knows NK's zaddy. I already been in contact with them. I'm not the one he was having the long-term relationship with. So she just called Nichol Kessinger and Chris Watts' relationship long-term. Oh my God. Let's just say there's probably a lot of us. I'm not allowed to say anything about our encounter because there's an investigation. Sounds like a script. Comment below if you think Tinder Amanda that came out and said she had an affair with Chris from Tinder, but she couldn't remember his face. And she wouldn't go on stand because she's not sure. There's been so many hundreds of guys. Her daddy, Bino and NK's zaddy, and Trent Bolt is connected to NK through the oil rigs. Okay, we putting the pieces together, y'all. Comment below your thoughts on all of this. And again, Nicole has no alibi for the night of the murders. Let's get into her text. Did you see the news? This is NK to the detective. Yes. Think that's a real claim? So, think you can find him? No idea. And yes, did he ever mention anything about that? Not at all. I don't know if I believe this yet, but he fooled me into thinking he was a much different person than he is, so anything is possible. Do have some dates for things he said that I think are kind of in line with some things that other man claimed. I already had them on my list to talk to you about. Okay. Comment below if you think that the mistress, Chris Watts' mistress, Nichol Kessinger, is working behind the scenes with the Watts and is doing damage control, and Trent Bolt and Amanda McMahon's texts were really NK and Chris Watts on the down low.
Well, I want Chris to have his day in court. I mean, I need to know. I'd feel wonderful if I could talk to him and he could tell me what happened. And then we can all go on. But if he didn't do it, if he did not do this, then I need somebody to defend him. I need someone to defend him if he did not do this. Do they have the evidence? Do they have the evidence? Do they have the evidence? He is defended properly.
Leave your thoughts below. Do I think that it's unusual for Cindy Watts to want to defend her son? No, I do not. What does strike me odd is the absence of, if she believes Chris Watts didn't do it, then who did it? Who done did it then? Because Shan'nan did not do it.